What's going on out there, humans? Hope everybody woke up feeling blessed and grateful. Welcome to another episode of the Humans with Brain podcast. I'm your host, Opulent Six, and these are my co-hosts, Leonika and Jennifer.
Hey,
As
guys.
always, this is a dummy-free zone, so please don't get over here saying no stupid shit.
They will.
All right.
Mm-hmm. You know they're going to.
Anybody got any gripe? Well, Leah, what you? Gripe or topic first?
Okay,
gripe first. Who got gripe?
Wait, no, let's get to the topic so they don't forget. Our topic today is family dynamics.
Okay.
And then I want to know your gripe. He had a gripe, remember?
Well, since we're talking about family dynamic, here's my gripe. I'm going to need you guys to stop pushing your baby sister or even your own kids, forcing family members onto your kids, right? When your child is like, no, you like, go hug, that's your brother, that's your uncle, go hug. If they say no, let it be no. Let it be no.
If the kids say no.
Yes.
Oh.
That's traumatizing for them. When you force them to embrace someone that they don't want to embrace. Let's normalize respecting and honoring our children's feelings. When they're like babies 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, if they don't want to speak and they're uncomfortable to hug and engage in that moment, let's normalize respecting their boundaries, because children have boundaries too.
Agreed.
My sister probably have seen my daughter, she's 3, maybe 3 times her whole life. And I remember I had something at my home and my sister came, my nieces, nephew or whatever, and my sister wanted to engage with my daughter. But my daughter is like, I don't know you that well. Like, just stay right there and I might warm up to you. And she like, come right here, come right here. And then I'm like, I told my sister like, nah, just let her be. She'll come to you, let her be. Not too many minutes passed and my sister is at it again. She's adamant about engaging with her, which that's her niece. And my sister loves children. She was the one that would take us on outings to the park, to the beach. So I get it. But I turn my head, she's at it again, trying to get this embrace. And she grabs my baby and my baby's like, no. And she's like, come on. And she's laughing. Everybody's laughing. And she's like, help me. That's what my baby's saying. I told my sister, let her go. And she was like, I'm her auntie. Well, I said, I don't care. Let her go. You hear her saying, help me. This is not funny for her. This is traumatizing. Like, you're laughing because it's innocuous. Yeah. But her is traumatizing. She doesn't want to be embraced. And my sister, I can tell, was a little bit mad at me for that. And I understand why, because it's like, but this is my niece. And my sister is 50 something. So she's old school in that way. But I'm progressive in a way that you respect a child's feelings and their boundaries. Just because she's 3, you can't just disregard her feelings because what if you didn't want to be hugged at your age and somebody was forcing you to do it? You would feel real uncomfortable. So imagine.
I would feel violated.
So the child is feeling violated. So that's my gripe. Stop making your children embrace family members that they do not want to embrace or are not yet ready to greet. That is very degrading to your child. And it is going to stunt their growth and erode their trust for you as a parent, a big brother or a cousin or a sister. So that's my gripe.
I love that. That's very progressive and very American. Angelito can agree with me on this. In a Filipino household, that does not fly by. Go give your tita a kiss now.
Well, they do it in the African American
Don't do that
too. So I think it's just a
it's a
thing.
Cultural thing. Yeah,
But I don't believe in that. Like,
That's
if my
good.
baby don't want to embrace you right now, she's not gonna embrace you. She'll embrace you when she's ready, because I'm her father and I don't always embrace everybody when they want me to. I don't feel like talking to you right now. And for her to just pull her anyway, and that's what pissed me off. Because you pulled her anyway when I told you not to. So I was already at a 10 with her because you just did something I asked you not to do. That's my daughter. This is my house. I told you to back up off of her. But you did it anyway. Now I have to take into account, like, you just got a good heart. That's your niece. You love her. You miss her. You want to see her. So I understand that. But now you're holding on to her and she's like, help me. And they laugh and they think it's not fun. She's saying, help me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let her go. I'm her father. Well, I'm her auntie. I don't care. She does not want to be embraced right now. Her little bitty feelings matter in a big way.
I agree.
So stop doing your children like that. And there'd be a reason why they don't want to be touched. Stop letting people touch your kid, man or women. Stop being so trusting.
Oh, yeah.
Stop being so trusting. I'ma always check on mine. And not just physically, emotionally. I'm going to watch and see and read their body language. You get what I'm saying? And eventually, I believe she did warm up to my sister. Maybe. But my daughter hold grudges. And I know my daughter probably was like, I know my daddy told your ass to stop touching me. So she probably stayed away from her for a while, but she would have came to her. But I just want to say that,
I
normalize
definitely.
respecting your child's feelings. If they don't want to embrace a family member, do not make them hug, sit on their lap, or ride to the store with them. It could be a reason. Let's normalize it. No matter if they 2 years old, 12 years old, or 22 years old, let's respect their boundaries. Let's respect their feelings, because although they might be a child, a toddler, or a pre-adolescent, those little bitty feelings still matter in a big way.
Right.
I agree 100%. I agree
concur.
100% because that's wild.
Yeah. Sometimes she'll tell Gigi, this her Gigi. Jennifer is Brixton's godmother, and sometimes she'll be like, mm-mm. She'll be like,
Not
no
to
to a
me.
hug. I've seen her tell you no sometimes.
No.
Now, she was mad at you, but she told you no.
Lying. My baby don't
She would
ever.
take like, remember when I
She
had...
told you she wasn't messing
No, she
with
didn't.
you,
She
though.
didn't. No, but I don't force her though.
Right, but
I'm not that
saying,
person.
And then eventually,
She
before you
definitely-
left,
She warmed up.
to
She
you.
warmed up
But didn't-
30 minutes
but
before
wait,
I was
But
leaving.
didn't I
It's like,
tell-
nah,
but
TT.
wait,
No,
didn't I
Yeah.
say she'll warm up to you?
Yeah.
I
she
said
needs
just
her
she'll warm
own.
up. She'll warm up on your like shit. But I respect my baby feelings. Like like chill. She a person.
Yeah.
Just cause she little, you gonna bully her and punk her. Now that's a bully.
Yeah.
She said no. She's uncomfortable with that. So let's
Yeah. No,
put a
for
pin
sure.
on it. And moving on to the family dynamic, you can
Yeah.
go ahead and everybody who's not Filipino, give us a lift the veil up to explain what the family dynamic is over there, what y'all got going.
Oh man, I could go on a
what's up with
soapbox
that?
about this. I wish that it was like that with us. It's one of those where it's like, nah, you gotta go say hi to your tita is aunt, tito is uncle. You gotta go say hi to your tita, your tito, whatever. And then God forbid you don't want to. Oh, they're gonna gaslight you. They're gonna say you're rude, you're this, you're that, you're not. So mabait means good person. You're not a good person. You're not mabait. Like they will. It starts from at such a young age. But I think we're getting better, progressive, not talking crap about my people. And it's also one of those where if me and my dad or my mom were having a disagreement and I'm right, they can always gaslight me into, now you're being disrespectful because you're talking back. But like, wait, we were just having a discussion. We just happen to not agree. And you don't like that I'm right and you're somewhat wrong. Now I'm disrespectful because I'm talking back to my elders. But like with Filipinos, we're big on respect and respecting our elderly. So like if you are an older sister to me, we don't even call you by your first name. We say ate. It means like older sister. And then if you're an older brother, we don't like, for example, I wouldn't refer to you as six. Like I'll be like kuya six because kuya means brother, older brother. So we're big on that. So like in terms of family dynamic, that's one of the things that we are big on. It's like respect. We don't talk back to our elders. And sometimes, little kids get gaslit into having to say hi to your aunts and uncles or whatever because it's like a sign of respect. And it's like like if that's my
How
kid.
old do they make this demand? Like when?
Angelito, how
are you?
old? I don't want to speak for all Filipinos. Pretty young. Like what, 4 or 5, right? Yeah.
At 4 or 5, waving to say hi.
That's
There's
good enough
nothing wrong.
sometimes, right? Yeah.
Like I'm not saying they walk in the house, you a 5-year-old, 6-year-old.
Don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing because that is rude. But
But she
like,
says hi.
going up and trying to hug and
Oh, yeah,
do
no,
the
that's-
extras. Nah,
yeah.
but you
Yeah.
can say hi, and that is respect. That's just being
Yeah.
raised to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
studious and have manners. So I agree, but on that, you can say hi, but it ain't like you have to go
Oh yeah, no. Like if
profess your love for them.
yeah, no. Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There were times that I was on Brixton's time where I won't actually even say hi. Like on that type of time, like I would hide behind my dad or something. Like I don't want to talk.
Yeah, I mean, because you maybe was 2 and 3 years old.
Right, which is- yeah, which is normal,
fine.
yeah.
And if you offended that a 3-year-old didn't say hi, then something's wrong with your then they're still developing.
That part.
Like they're still developing.
Yeah.
Why
Like,
would you
what?
hold a 3-year-old to the same standard that you would hold somebody that has full cognitive
Yeah.
ability?
Yeah, but and yeah,
How do you guys feel about it when it comes to like relationships? Because I learned later in life, like, of course, I want people to, like, people that I love to love my mate from a certain amount. But then there's also this like element of like, this person is who they are. I've already like chosen them. So it's like, you don't want them to feel like they have to be someone they're not to be liked by your family. But you also want them to like your family. Like, it's like a weird, like, how do you guys do
Well, I don't
that?
even understand what you're saying. I'm not.
Well,
being
if you
funny.
introduce someone to, like, someone that you're dating, obviously serious enough to meet your family, and what if they don't gel with your family? Or what if they're not, like, of the same...
my family.
If they don't mesh, they don't mesh.
I feel like as long
Why,
as,
there's different, I'll let you land, but there's different reasons why one wouldn't mesh. You're not going to mesh with everybody. So I think that's nuanced.
Well, like, I would just say, like, my sister didn't like someone that I dated, and I was like, well, that's my man. I stand beside him. I didn't, like, say, hey, like, you should,
What
figure out a
did
way
she
to...
like about him? Or you never figured out?
I think it was more of his, like... He was very like stubborn and wanted things his way that didn't bother me.
How did
but
that
it
affect
bothered
her?
me. Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. But you obviously want your family to be cool with the person you're dating to a certain degree. But I never went to him and was like, hey, you need to do this.
But that
in my
sounds like
family.
you set off that series of events, because how would she know he want things his way unless you told her that he want things his way?
It was in conversation.
Huh?
Like, she figured that out through conversation, but it didn't bother me.
Right. Then that sounds like that they don't mesh, and not everyone mesh. They personalities. That sound like that's someone that your sister wouldn't date, and it's a good thing that they're not dating.
Yeah.
So she shouldn't, beyond like, oh, well, I don't have to date him. She shouldn't reserve any hatred or animosity for him because I don't like him as a person to date. But you're not
But
dating
like,
him. So-
they're at, family events, let's say.
Right, but what I'm
holidays,
saying is-
and, like, how do they communicate? Like, how do you deal with that?
what I'm saying is, as far as your case go, sister and your dude, if she has a problem with him in a dating capacity, he like things his way, and I don't like men who like things their way. But you don't have to date him. So you shouldn't reserve any space of animosity for that. Y'all not in a dating capacity. Y'all just friends or brother-in-law. So his personality, I like things my way, mesh with the person he's actually dating personality.
Yeah, I didn't mind it at all.
Right. So she's out of place as far as her animosity in that way, because she's not saying, well, he's not a good person.
Yeah.
She's saying, like, I just don't like his
Yeah,
style
she's like,
of.
yeah, I don't.
But that falls in the category.
He always thinks he's right, kind of thing.
Right, but
I think
that
that's
only
what I'm
comes into play if y'all in a relationship together. If you're not in a relationship with my man, those qualities are null and void. You don't go to the post office and be like, nah, I don't want to. I'm waiting on this person in the window right here because this person in the window right here like things they way. What do my relationship got to do with what we about to do right here at the post office? We're not dating each other. What do my relationship with me and how me and my woman like to run things got to do with me and you being brother-in-law and sister-in-law?
Yeah, and that's kind of why I bring it up, because I think that a lot of people have a issue with navigating that, especially like the person in the middle. Like, let's say a man who's stuck between his wife and his mother, or like my sister and my mom and my whatever. Like, there's this dynamic there where, like, obviously, like, you want to be able to have respect for both sides. But me, where I'm coming from, I'm like, well, you're my family and I respect that, but I have chosen this person. Like, this is who I've decided to be with, and it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to, like, bend my relationship in a way that makes other people feel comfortable.
I agree.
But at the end of the day, I don't think that that's normalized. I think that's hard for a lot of people, because that dynamic is, well, this is my family. And, like, yeah, I'm dating you, you're equally as important, but it's like, but there's some differences there. And I had learned as I got older, like, not to make excuses or not to be embarrassed. Like, he's going to do what he wants to do. Like, he's a grown man. Like, I don't need you to like it. Like, but it's also like very weird, because I can see that as a point of contention for a family, because, like, obviously they want to sit down and talk to you, and it's like, oh, I don't know if I should tell you we had a little misunderstanding or I'm upset, and I'm like, well, see, like, it's just a weird thing.
I get it, but you don't like everybody in your own family.
Okay.
I'm saying in general.
No, I'm laughing. Like, yeah.
So
that's why I'm laughing.
Your dude
like,
or your girl ain't gotta like everybody in your family.
Right.
Because you don't like everybody in your family. The people you like, you would hope that the person you with like the people you like too. But if they don't mesh, they don't mess. But stick by your person.
yeah.
My thing is stick by your person.
Yeah.
Like till the wheels fall off, if you ask me, especially if it's your husband or your wife. Because my wife, if my wife don't like you, we don't even have nothing to talk about. I don't care who you are. A sister, a brother, anybody can get ousted. My wife ain't dealing with you. I'm not dealing with you. I'm not going against my wife. I do not care. I'm not even gonna ask her any questions. If she just say, that person is out,
Damn.
you're out. Don't piss my wife off. Because this is who I chose. It's me and her against the world. She got me up, down, left, right, east, west, north, and south. Her love run deep. It is copious. It is unassailable. You love me because what I am. Only your husband or your wife love you literally for who you are. That's it. Only your husband and wife, for the most part, love you for who you are. Everybody else love you for what you are. Your mama love you because what are you? Her daughter. Your daddy love you because what are you? His daughter. Your brother love you because what are you? His sister. Your husband, your wife, you're nothing to them. They love you for who you are. You be like, my dad crazy, but I love him because that's my dad.
True.
My sister, she did some bullshit, but that's still my sister.
Yeah.
Your husband and your wife don't have that. They love you literally for who you are, not what you are.
It's like the one relationship you're actually choosing.
Yes,
to be in.
you chose to be in that relationship. See, blood make you related. That make you relatives. Family is generally dictated by loyalty, strength, commitment, and love.
Now let's get into the minutia though. Like, how do you actually handle that? Or have you been in a situation where you've actually had to handle that type of dynamic?
Unfortunately, yeah. On both ends, there was a situation where I had to say something to my mommy about my wife, which that's hard. That's your mommy. But my mommy was a bully because it's about 6 of us and we don't play. So, my mommy, she was, God bless her soul, but she didn't hold her tongue and she didn't have to, because if you did anything, it's 6 of us and we about that life. We really about that life. So we gonna pull up. And that's the thing, no matter what, people love their mama. Yeah. So it was times I was like, damn, man, I got to do this to you. I'm sure she came fucking with you. I'm positive she came fucking with you.
She was her. Yeah.
But I'm here now, and this is my mom. So let's just go ahead and let's get this out the way. Boop, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. The type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand. Like had to do a lot of things to a lot of people behind me. Yeah, I don't play behind my mommy. So I wanted to preface this situation with that because I love my mommy. Good, bad, right or wrong, indifferent. This my mommy. If she call any one of us, we're pulling up, and then you're gonna get what you get. So when I first met my wife, put it like this, my mommy knew how I was living my life. So she didn't really respect none of the girls that was around because she knows it's just a bunch of them. It's just a bunch of them. So she like, whatever. When you're dating a man and his mom is indifferent to your presence, it's probably because she's burnt out with a bunch of different women being in her presence. That's usually what that means. And she's like, whatever.
Yeah. You'll be gone next week.
Yeah. And that's usually how it is. But with my wife, by the time she met my mommy, we were together, like committed. Like I literally told him, like, we're boyfriend and girlfriend now. Like, but man don't say them words to you, them words were never spoke. Y'all not that. He got literally like, we're boyfriend and girlfriend.
This is that.
So we're boyfriend and girlfriend at this point. So I went to my sister's house, and to make a longer story short, when we came through the door, I forgot what exactly it was because it's 20 years ago. But I know my mom, and I know she wanted to try it, right? You know, she was like, let me see if I can
rattle the fence a little.
Yeah, like let me see, right? Because your mom, I wasn't a mom, what you call it, a mama's boy? See, I don't even know how to say it.
I wasn't a.
I didn't know how to say it
Right.
because my mother didn't come back around and clean herself up until I was a man already. But I love my mommy, and our relationship was dope, and it was deep, and it was unassailable. Be that as it may, I know who my mom is, I know her character. So when M walked through the door, I forgot what she said, but she basically disrespected her and tried to do what she always do. So then I was like, mommy, don't ever talk like that to her. This is my woman. Don't ever, because M didn't even say, she just barely got in the house. But my mommy is kind of a bully. She'll test you, and I've seen her do it. And she's done it to other women that I had brought around. And I didn't really care. I'm like, shit, that's my mom. Like, what the fuck? Like, hey. But this I love her. This my girl for real. So I had to let her know. I said, mommy, that's my girl. Don't ever speak to her like that. You my mommy, but that's my girl. Don't speak to her like that. Show her some respect, because I'm going to always make her respect you. And my mama didn't say nothing. She was like, oh, boy. But that's her way. My mommy ain't going to apologize for shit. But I knew that was her way. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
But I never had that problem again. And it was one time I felt like M didn't respect my mom in the way she should have. And I accosted her right in front of my mom. Nope, this is my mom. Don't ever speak to her like that. Don't ever talk to her, because I love them differently. You're my mother. I came through your portal to this earth, and you my wife. I'll leave this earth behind you. I want y'all to get along. And I want y'all to know that I'm never gonna let either one of y'all disrespect either one of y'all. And they never had a problem after that. But it's the person whose family it is job to dictate that texture and set the tone, right? So I set the tone with my mother early on, never had a problem with my mother. And then there was a time, and M would probably have a different POV, like, I wasn't disrespecting her. And maybe she wasn't. But if I felt like she was and I didn't say nothing, I'm not a man. So I felt like you was. How you gonna be a man if you feel like somebody could be disrespecting your mama and you say nothing? And if you disrespect my mother and I'm there, I'm gonna address it while I'm there, right in front of my mommy. Just like I addressed my mommy right in front of you. I ain't pull her to the side and come back and be like, yeah, I talked to my mama about that. Nah, she did it in front of me, in front of you. I'ma address my mommy in front of you to let you know I got your back. Because when you have a significant other and they coming into your family unit, they don't know nobody. They're a little uncomfortable themselves. They're a little apprehensive. There is a small degree of like, I want them to like me because I like her, or I like him. I want them to like me. So there's a little stress, a teaspoon of stress associated with that. So it's our job, if we're bringing somebody into our home, our family structure, to kind of make it pleasant for them and set the table, set the stage where they feel welcome from the beginning, right? And that was kind of like the first time M was meeting my mommy and it's not welcoming. And I'm like, she's not going nowhere. So we finna just cut this right now, because you can never do this again. She's not going nowhere, and you're gonna see her over and over again.
Yeah.
So just stop, mommy. And that was that.
My situation with my mom, I did introduce somebody via FaceTime. And this is the thing, like, just full disclaimer. Don't ever joke with foreign parents upon meeting them, like on the first try. Because this person tried to joke with my mom saying like, oh, she bagged me, blah, blah, blah. How are you going to tell someone's daughter that you bagged them? You know what I mean? And even though she's only 20.
Bag me? What man talk like that? That's something.
An idiot.
Bag me?
An idiot.
That's something a woman would say. He was a bad bitch.
Clearly. Clearly.
Oh no.
I got
Clearly.
bagged. She bagged me.
Passenger
What?
princess.
Stop.
But yeah,
that line of
so
speaking.
that
Crazy.
like rubbed my mom off the wrong way, and she was just like, I don't like him, and I was trying to do the whole, I was trying to stick up. I'm like, no, he was just joking. You just don't know him yet, whatever. And my mom was kind of just like, no, I don't know. It's not even that. It's not even the joke. There's a level of arrogance to this person, and I just feel like it gives, oh God, she kind of said it in Tagalog, but it's like along the lines of like, like the loudest, the empty barrels make the loudest noise kind of thing situation. So then I kind of just like ignored,
not
yeah.
wrong.
And she wasn't wrong. Like I ignored that. And even towards like the last leg of it, this person was introduced via FaceTime to like, like brothers, sister-in-laws, like cousins, even stepmom. And the only person that I save for the right person is my dad. No one has met my dad yet. And long story short, when this thing had ended, speaking of family dynamic, you ever have that one family member you tell something to? And I know we talked about this during a meeting, like you're whispering in their ear and then there's a megaphone because it's gonna travel, right? So I get on the phone with my dad and I was like, hey, we're just talking about stuff, catching up on certain things. And he just came out with it and he was just like, I heard that, you're no longer in whatever you were in. And I was just like, yeah, who told you? So I told the whole story. And like, even like with my dad, he doesn't have to, like some of the things that Six said to me and my dad, they both said the same thing. It's kind of amazing to me how like they're not even coming from a place of judgment and they just know already. Like from what this sounds like, it sounds like somebody with an overinflated ego, this, and this, and whatever. And I love that my dad and I have that relationship. I love that like we went from like bumping heads and I used to blame it on a cultural gap because, I'm Americanized, just doesn't get it. And he's an old school Filipino to like now, like, I can actually talk to him like he's like a friend, even though obviously I still respect him. Like that's my dad. But like, and he was telling me like damn near the same thing Six is telling me. And I always say Six is big bro, so that was actually nice. And I say all that to say not sometimes.
You gotta listen to your family sometimes.
Majority of the time, Mom Dukes is never wrong.
Okay.
Because this was in the beginning. Like, barely anything happening, it was still, in the fun phase. And my mom,
interesting. So it sounds like there needs to be an analysis of where that information is coming from. Like if someone doesn't like your mate, then like why? Like
well, ain't that the first thing I asked you? I said, well, why she don't like him? Like let's start at the why.
Like, did he say something to rub her off the wrong way? Because it only took for that little joke, and my mom picked up on personality traits, yeah,
that's interesting. Like I think to your point, I think it would depend on what the actual reason was. But again, also to your point, if it's something that doesn't bother me, then what
was there? But no, was it something with their interaction? You know what I mean? Because Six was like, did you tell her a piece of information that
you know what? That's probably one of the first times in a relationship that I didn't divulge as much as I normally would. Was another thing.
You didn't divulge?
That's a whole nother thing.
I didn't divulge as much. She didn't say she didn't divulge.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't. I think
so. She was giving out information.
I guess. But it was more. If I
is
remember
it more negative
correctly,
than positive?
Like she would have to tell you herself. But I think where it kind of tipped off was like he mentioned something around, and they were talking about a topic, and her first line of defense was like, "Well, this is what I do, so I know what I'm talking about." And so he was like, well, I know what I'm talking about too. And it's still a weird dynamic in the first place, but I think it started around something like that. But
that's a personality.
I've been in that situation
but
before.
That sounds like two different personalities having friction.
So that's when she started not liking
I think it was a little that kind of capped it off, but it was a long time ago. But I think it just
her
didn't
not liking him.
But I think a lot of people when I was not a lot of people, but a few people when I was dating him was like they like to be able to figure people out, and I think that he wasn't someone that was like easily figure outable. But to me, like none of the things that he was doing was bothering me.
So let me ask you a question: when you guys ended, did you feel like? Kind of like how I felt about my mom, like, dang, like, you know what? My mom was onto something. Did you feel like your sister was?
No, I just think she just didn't like him for whatever reason. Like, she would have to tell you the specific reason.
So whatever it is that she didn't like him, it had nothing to do with you guys' ending or whatever, or you discovering, like, you know what, she's right about you. Okay.
We got to set clear boundaries around our relationship. It's not our family's job to like our mate.
Yeah.
Like they are your mate, right? Now in a perfect world, our family and our mate would mesh well, but you don't have to like him or her. They're with me. And if you spend your time running, telling every problem you have in your relationship to
Then
your
your family's
family,
definitely
it's
not
going to
gonna like
affect your mate in a negative way because you forgave them, but they still are holding on to the last thing they heard about this person. And you get to be wined and dined and consoled and cajoled and fall back into the loop. You got taken to dinner. You got the flowers and the candy. You got to have sex. So it brought you back to in love with them. Your family members didn't get any of that. They still remember the negative things you said. So to avoid that and mitigate friction between your loved ones and your mate, stop telling them things. Because if you do, you kind of making them feel like they have agency over your relationship. And no one should have agency over your relationship. A couple means two.
Yeah.
There's not room for you.
I learned that the most hard way. I had to start distilling. I had to be like, no, it got to a point where my mom would be like, you never talk anymore. I don't know what's going on with you. And I'm like, what? Like, it got to a point because I think your family means well. Like, they think they're doing what they think they're supposed to be doing, which is fine. But I realized I'm probably going to have this little bump in the road. I'm probably going to get over it. It's probably going to come out worse than it actually is. And I'm going to be back in love. And they're not. So I had to learn later in life to just like.
Because they become emotionally invested. You calling them over and over again,
crying,
over and over again,
upset.
crying and crying. They are emotionally invested now in your relationship.
True.
So they feel like if I can sit on the phone with you for an hour 5 times a fucking month, I have a right to voice my opinion. I have a right to show through my facial expressions and my body language that I don't like him and her. You have now gave them agency over your relationship by running your mouth about the problems in your relationship.
True.
A couple is made for two. And that don't include you.
Well,
So
this doesn't have, well, okay, first of all, I just want to give a shout out to my chosen family, okay, for being there for me on moments that they wanted to probably bang my head against the wall, for going back to the same tumultuous nonsense, which I did make it a point to spew out the problems and whatever, because there were moments I was like, I'm done. Then I ended up going back anyway. So shout out to the chosen family, including you. And everybody else, like my best friends, Marie, Val, Cammie, the list goes on. For them actually genuinely, for you guys, genuinely, just never giving up on me, man. Like, because sometimes we do screw up and we do tell, and then we end up going back. Like Six said, we didn't get the flowers, we didn't get the dates.
I didn't give up on you, but I tapped out.
I know you did.
I'm not finna do that. I'm a grown man with a family.
No. I know that.
I'm not finna do that.
I know that. But that's why, how about let me land and
No,
just
I'm just
receive
saying.
it? Just receive it for 2 seconds.
I am receiving. I'm saying, but I want to be forthcoming.
I know you don't have to be forthcoming. You're not fake. I'm not stupid. I already knew you tapped out. You don't even have to verbalize it. It was
you ain't
there.
Gotta tell nobody.
Yeah.
Y'all non-present.
You know what I mean?
Felt.
Yeah. And then to me, it's just like, listen, I don't blame you for tapping out. You think I blame you? No. I would have tapped out my damn self. If I was looking at myself, that's
looking at myself, looking at yourself.
I got sick of my own shit.
Yeah.
So if I was sick of it, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he was sick of it too. And I know that. And I know exactly why he tapped out. You know what I mean? But hence why I've apologized. And I didn't just apologize and it's just words. It's like, no, there's like action behind it. And sometimes, outside of family, like our chosen family too, like they end up getting, you know what I mean?
So much they can do.
Yes. And they also show up for you too. And sometimes your chosen family's input on a person after you told them XYZ, sometimes those hold weight. And
it's like consider the source.
Yes.
When I don't, first of all, I don't interject in nobody's business.
Yeah.
Like, cause I don't have my shit figured out to the point where I can point my finger at anybody without being solicited to do so.
And you said you don't judge.
I don't judge and I don't care. Like, I'm never going to ask you unless you involve me because you might like what's going on.
Yeah,
that's true.
Right? What if you like that? It ain't my place to judge what you like. I don't have to be. I don't feel it. What you eat don't make me shit.
Hey, that's one of my favorite things.
If you don't solicit, I don't give unsolicited advice generally.
Same.
2,
Same here.
If somebody's under my tutelage, My daughters, sister, few clients I'm close with,
Me.
Jen,
I definitely understood.
Me?
Leah.
And to be under his tutelage is a gift. Let me just be clear.
I am here to help guide you.
Yeah.
I don't have to like your mate. My job ain't to like them, it's to make sure you're happy.
Okay, yeah.
Facts.
Like I take my emotion out of it because I'm not with them.
Yeah.
I don't live with them. I ain't got to cook for them. They ain't got to cook for me. It's transactional. If
Y'all
you're
gonna
happy,
fight?
I'm happy. If you're not happy, then I'm like, all right, well, let's figure out what's going on and how we can get you happy. Tell me what he said. Let me give you the playbook. Other than that,
Gold.
I've said, like, I don't have to like, and I'm not here to try to like him. Are you happy? I don't need to like your mate. Your mate just needs to do what he's supposed to be doing for you. I'm like a security guard. The security guard at the bank ain't got to like the people coming in and out. He just got to make sure they don't rob the bank and cause no disruption.
Oh, that's a
You don't have to like them or not like them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here to like you or not like you.
Yeah, that's a good.
You're not causing no disruption. Y'all good back there? You good then?
Because
So it sounds
getting out of I was gonna say I feel like this is the most that this is the most that I've realized how important just community is, and like whether it's your family, blood family, or it's your chosen family, this is where I realized I'm like, it is very important to have them around, even if you isolate yourself for a good second because you think you can figure it out on your own. Like, this is where this time or like this moment in my life that I realized like that shit is important.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can't just navigate life by yourself. Like, it really, like, you do need people that you can count on. Like, you know, we were talking about a dopamine menu the other day, like how to just get yourself from point A to point B, and how do you just keep yourself motivated, even if it's just putting one foot in front of the other kind of thing. And like, that's where, you know, I think I'm just thankful overall for my chosen family and like my family, because getting out of something narcissistic or toxic or whatever, especially when your chosen family has already kind of told you, like, here's a stop sign, ma'am. Hello?
Use it.
Are you going to stop? No? Okay, cool. You know, it means a lot. And
Yeah. So it sounds like you're saying, if I'm hearing correctly from the both of you, it's like have a certain line of respect, have your trusted circle.
and then have your boundaries too, like what he's saying. Yeah.
Because like, who can you talk to? Like, sometimes obviously there's certain, like, I guess I can say, like, I know based on who I'm going to call, what's going to be said, and I'm ready for those conversations.
Answers,
That's why I called. Like, okay, maybe I'll call my mom for this, or my sister, or Six, or my brother, my dad. Like, depending on what I want to hear, I know who to call.
Yeah.
Generally, though, me specifically, everyone that I talk to tells me, they know they can tell me point blank anything.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sensitive to any information. Like, even if I'm not ready to hear it, I'll still observe it. I'll still take it on and be like, okay, wasn't ready to hear that, but okay. Like, I can still digest and still get like, why are you someone who is telling me that? Like, my trusted circle is long. Like, I get it. But also, I think I go to therapy as well. Like, I still know, like, hey, I need someone not necessarily above all that, but who's not tapped in the same way that maybe someone cares about me is. Like, okay, I need unbiased advice. Even though a lot of people might give me unbiased advice. Like, I just know that there's like sectors of what needs to happen.
Yeah.
And I don't know that if people understand, like, hey, like, if you're already upset, maybe don't go to that person. Like, if you need someone to console you in a specific way, like, know who that person is. Like, not everybody needs to know everything.
Yeah.
And maybe that's where this like family and friend dynamic gets a little skewed, because it's like, you just telling everybody.
Yeah.
And you getting 15,000 different opinions and you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, that's not their responsibility. I get that. But
sometimes they do know what to do. If somebody keep coming back to you about the same person, the same thing over and over again, and you keep giving them the answer and over again, then they don't want help. They want attention. They just want to keep talking about it. They just want to commiserate. They just want to exhaust. They
Or
just
it's like
wanna vent.
insanity now at that point, doing the same shit over and over. hoping for
it's a
some type
trap.
of different,
But people do it all the time. But I don't indulge in those type of relationships because it's arduous and it's pointless and it's a waste of my time.
Yeah.
I have things to do. I'm trying to build an empire. We can't keep talking about your same problem from 6 months ago. You still have that problem? To me, that boggles I'm always perplexed. Like, how? How could you be going? And when you have the answer.
Yeah.
When you had the answer 6 months ago, 8 months ago, how could you be going? I'm tapping out of that. You're not about to call me and commiserate and drain me.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to remove myself from your wise counsel because you're not taking my advice. I have nothing new to say. You had the answer a long time ago and you allowed this relationship to persist. You're not a victim. You're a volunteer. Get the fuck off my phone. Click.
You know what's interesting about that? And I know I don't want to get off. I don't know if this is off topic, but I've learned through situations like that where I kept hitting that wall or hitting that situation over and over again. And once I saw I was the common denominator, it was like, okay. But I think what people don't realize through situations like that, and like, let me know what you think. You're just not there until you're there. Like,
I
you
agree.
can't really understand it until, like, you don't stop eating Burger King unless you know Burger King. Like, you're just not the type of person who eats it. But when you still want it and you still crave it and you pull in that drive-thru and you buy it, you're still that person.
It's so funny.
Until you don't, you will. And I think people just don't know that there's just that nuanced transitional phase where you literally become the person who just doesn't want to do that anymore.
And I've hit that wall. For
real?
Well spoken. No, yeah. Everybody got to arrive there.
Yeah, I've hit that wall. I've hit that wall.
You don't,
and I've hit that wall. And then I got to a point where I'm like, I don't want to be the girl that cried wolf. Because then it's going to get to a point where one day I really genuinely need my people, my family, my whatever. And then, you know what I mean? I did not want to get to a point where it's just like I'm telling him something or telling my other best friend something and they're just shrugging their shoulders. And back to like your fast food analogy, I read something and it hit so hard. It was like I went into McDonald's and I asked for a Chilean sea bass and wine, and they told me that they didn't have it. It's not about the wine and the sea bass. It's I went into the wrong place and asked for, they were basically saying I'm too much. Somewhere along those lines, right?
I never heard that.
And
asking McDonald's for Chilean sea bass.
But you would never be too much for somebody who can't get enough.
Absolutely. And that's what it was. And at some point I read that. It's not verbatim. I'm very bad at saying things like
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, the logic is there.
But the crux of it is people are tethering themselves to people who don't like them that much.
Yeah,
and their actions are showing you, I don't like you that much. And the problem is
they breadcrumb you and it fucks with your mental.
That's not the problem. The problem is you want to mean more to people than what you actually do mean to them. So you're sticking around giving them more. You can't love them enough for the both of you.
Yeah.
You can't loyal your way into their heart. Well, I'm going to just be loyal. You can't give your way into their heart. I'm going to just keep giving. You can't be patient your way into their heart. I'm going to just be patient and wait around. You can't force yourself to mean more to someone than what you actually mean. You have to open up your eyes and accept with your heart, what your brain has already figured out. That they're not for you. They're unwilling to give you what you said that you need, not what you want, but what you intrinsically need. They're unwilling to provide that. But you stick around, you crash into that wall, you get filled with emotion and calamity and turmoil, and then you call your peoples, they give you advice, and you get up, you dust yourself off, you wipe off your tears, and you run right back to the same thing that just knocked you down.
And that is why, like, when I came to the terms with I'm not trying to be the girl that cried wolf, I was like, okay. And it's that. It's like, it's similar to your fast food analogy. I'm just like, I keep asking for wine and sea bass and they just don't get it. And I'm like, oh, it's because I'm at the wrong restaurant. This is not about the restaurant, by the way. You know? It's kind of one of those where it's like, why am I? It's like going into Subway asking for the same the spicy Italian sandwich. And then at some point I'm like, I don't want the tomatoes on there. But I was eating the same sandwich for the longest. Didn't complain about the tomatoes, or I actually don't like tomatoes. I just never complained about it. And then now I can't take it anymore. And then now I'm complaining. And it's kind of like, wait, what are you doing? You've been eating the same sandwich, not liking tomatoes, but you didn't have a problem then. What, like, you know what I mean? It was one of those. And I'm just like, I didn't want to be the girl that cried wolf anymore. I don't want it to get to a point where if I'm calling family members, real family members or chosen family, whatever, that no one's listening to me anymore, or no one's even being genuinely there for me anymore because they're sick of it. Because like what Six said, it's like, I picked up my phone. I'm telling you what to do. I'm not telling you what to do because I'm trying to control the situation or I know better. No, I'm trying to be there for you. I'm being there for you, right? And then it's like, I'm telling you things because one of the things, oh my God, I will never forget this. Six told me one tiny little thing about a guy a long time ago about not knowing how to pick a place for us to eat. And something tiny like that, it spoke volumes because I saw certain things through and it just was exactly what he said.
Because it wasn't tiny.
Tiny.
It was big. It was tiny to her because he's speaking Manglish.
Yeah.
Manglish, we'll talk about that later. That's a chapter in our book. That's a chapter in our book. But he was speaking Manglish. So you not knowing or pretending like you don't know where you can take a girl on a date shows that you don't really want to take her on a date. You don't like her in that way. You like her in some way, but just not in that way. You don't even want to put forth the effort because any man that really likes a woman, the first thing he gonna do is take her out for the world to see. Look at the boy that just got caught at the little Coldplay concert.
Oh my God, so that's my hot take. What is your hot take on that?
With the HR. He in public with her. Think about that. You can't even get this man. Hold on. You can't even get your man to take you to Steak 48. But this multi-millionaire CEO then took the HR lady to a Coldplay concert in public, walked past 30,000 people to get to his seats and don't mind being in public while maintaining a surreptitious relationship, yet the man that claimed he love you and want to be with you, you can't even get him to take you on a date. Make it make sense.
If they wanted to, they would.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. So it was little to her. But I'm like, he don't like her in that way.
You told me the same thing about dude that was around for Valentine's Day. You was like, if he don't get you a piece of chocolate gin.
She didn't listen.
I did.
No, you didn't, because he came back and you had to put that nigga out.
But he came
Wait,
back.
did he get you anything or he didn't?
No, but I told her.
And I was cool with it because I didn't care, but he still was like.
Yeah, but it wasn't about her caring or not caring. It was about he just played this. I know what you there for because he's speaking Manglish, man English, and I happen to be a man. So I know what he about.
But like, how seriously was I taking the man?
It's serious.
No, but it has nothing
You took him serious enough to give him your time, and time is the only thing that you can't recycle once you waste it. And you women move on a different timeline than men and have a different set of circumstances.
Yeah, you said it though, and I was like, I don't know. We're not really together. We're just kind of, I met him, and we kind of just.
But he clocked it. He clocked it in a way where he's like, oh, he don't really like you.
Even the Bible, biblical teachings say, don't cast away your pearls to pigs. Why are you having sex, opening up your gap, giving him your sugar walls, and he don't even have the propensity to be like, here's a daisy, happy Valentine's Day.
A daisy.
Here's a rose.
I'm crying.
Here's a little thing I was.
At least a note, a card, something.
Do you like me? Check one, yes or no.
No, there was some red flags there. I didn't disagree with him, but I was blindsided by some other not blindsided. I was ignorant to that for other reasons.
But again, that wasn't little. It's little to y'all. But I understand it because before I became a urbane, sophisticated, refined man, I was a fuck boy.
And you used to do the.
So I speak both languages. I know what that means. They can fool you some of the time, but they can fool me never. Because I'm older than you. So the men you date typically around your age. What the lies they're telling, I invented. I invented that shit in 97.
Damn.
So everything they telling you, I probably made up. That's one of my old ones.
How old are you, 97?
Babe, I was locked up. I was in jail. That nigga wasn't in jail. He was with his other thing.
I left my phone.
He was with his other thing.
That's the worst one.
These lies that's why it's imperative for men to for women to tether themselves to a righteous man. Let him be your security camera. Only a man can keep another man in check. Facts. When you out and a guy trying to get at you, what's one of the first things you say to try to keep him at bay when you don't want a man to get at you? Hey, baby, what's up?
I have a boyfriend.
Exactly. You're telling him
Then they hit
there's
you.
another. Wait, pause. Pause.
We can be friends.
Pause. You're telling him that there's another man in your life.
Yeah.
You use men to keep other men in check. Saying I have a boyfriend is trying to keep another man in check using a man. But so employ somebody as righteous as possible, righteous and dangerous, to oversee and put you under their tutelage.
Right.
It sends a resounding message to the man you dating when you go, oh, that's my God brother. He whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, me and my dad. It's like they're gonna examine like, okay, who? Because when you meet a man, he asking about your dad and your brother and your situation. He probing to see if there's anyone he has to answer to. But your dumb ass, nah, me and my dad ain't even that close. Me and my brother.
That's
also,
so
I ain't got nobody, and nobody don't have to answer to nobody.
cameras is off in your
cameras
bank?
is off. Oh, it's on and cracking.
Yeah.
I don't have to answer to nobody.
So my
Let's
my
go.
future man, he's gonna have to go through 4 guys.
There you go.
That's you included.
You feel what I'm saying? But it's like
I get it.
having someone being under male tutelage mitigates having another male being able to come in, manipulate you, use you,
Play with
and
you.
wring you out to dry. Because if you put somebody in place that has a righteous mind, he's going to protect you.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, that's not right.
Yeah.
Do it like this. But if there's no one there to oversee and decode this Manglish, man English, you're going to be lost, stranded, and hungry.
Not lost, stranded,
Yeah.
hungry. Why
because
I gotta be hungry?
You're going to be broke.
Damn. I gotta be broke too?
Yeah, you're going to be all of the negative things because a man will take you to the pits of hell. And women will follow a man to the pits of hell.
And with that being said,
And-
that sounds like a whole nother. That's a
Pits of hell.
that's a whole
I gotta
nother
preach it.
topic.
The
The
pits of
pits of
hell.
hell is a whole
The
nother
pits
topic.
of
'Cause
hell.
what? I got something to say about a lot of that. be a good
We ran
topic
out of
next
we ran
week,
out of
so,
time
yeah.
of this family dynamic. We
Don't even
literally
say we're not gonna do a part 2.
have to go.
We literally have
Thank
to
you for
go.
tuning in. Yeah, we literally gotta go, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Please, please, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And shout out to all of our TikTok family. Our page has been
Yes.
consistently
Oh, and then
growing
on
and growing and growing.
YouTube.
And I was about to get to that. And our YouTube family, our page is growing and growing and growing. If you have any topic you want us to talk about, please let us know. If we said something on here that you don't agree with, please let us know.
They always do.
If you have something you want to add, please let us know.
Yep.
If you want to tell a joke about one of us, please put that in a comment. We try not to police our comments. And if you ever been in our
What do
comment
you
section,
mean, a joke?
if you ever been in our comment section, is lit. We don't really police the comments.
No.
We want to hear your thoughts, even if we don't agree with them. So please like, subscribe, share, join our family. As always, this is a dummy-free zone. So don't get over here saying no stupid shit. And we out.
Bye.
Bye.
Boy, I sure hope the dummies aren't listening.